Today we're going to go over something that's often not taught, but everyone deals with in pretty much every jiu-jitsu gym. It's how do you start? Now, a lot of gyms start on the feet. You can practice their wrestling and their judo. But when the room is too full and they don't want people flying into each other, well, how do you start? Most gyms start on your knees. Now, you can start positionally and do positional training. That's awesome. I very much encourage that. Often you'll start like, okay, one person down, one person up, right? So, and this is, dependent on you and then also your instructor. So we'll start like this. So now I'm practicing my guard passing and he's practicing his guard retention, right? And his sweeps. Some gyms will do that, but many academies, the way they do it is they just start on knees. They slap hands and bump fists and then they go, right? And if you get two guys that are strong with solid bases, you end up wasting the whole, 5-6 minute round that you guys are doing. So let's go into a few quick ways on how to knock someone over, how to get on top, how to start if you're starting in this position. So same thing as judo and wrestling. You want some kind of control of the head. So if it's gi, it's really easy. You just grab the lapel up near the head. If it's wrestling or no gi, you get some kind of collar tie, okay? Easiest thing that I do, and I do it to all the big heavy guys. Grab here. I'm going to check this knee. And I'm pushing in, but it doesn't look like I'm pushing in. I'm pushing in just so he can't base his knee out. And then I'm just gonna turn the big wheel. Pretend you're like driving a school bus and you got a big wheel and you're turning it, okay? And then you do this little spin, you land in crossbody and side control, okay? Very easy to do, so one more time. Grab up, guys, don't grab down here. You have no control of the head. You need to be able to steer the head, so you're here, reach, grab, push, and do this turning motion, okay? Now, we're gonna, I'm just gonna switch my legs, my hands. So if I try it and he bases his knee out, see how he moves his knee out? So it's, now I can't get it? Well, that's fine. I'm gonna shift my angle, put my head, top of your head, right in his jaw, and I'm gonna reach across and stop this leg from posting out. You're pulling down with the lapel, driving with your head into his jaw. That turns his jaw, and then he falls over. Okay, so the first one is this, where you're trying to just push it, but he's ready for it, he's based for it. That's fine. Change the angle so I have some driving power with my legs. I get here, reach across, drive. Drive and spin, keep that head contact until they fall. Every big heavy blue belt, if we're starting on knees, easiest way to get someone down. A couple other things you can do is I love the double collar tie where you just grab here and just back up. Now I get to attack turtle or front headlock positions. That's a really solid one as well. Yeah, those are really the three go-tos. I mean, there's others obviously. I know some of my training partners, instead of just checking, they like to grab the material so they get more of a pull. That's perfectly okay too. And you just need them on their butt. So now you can start going into your passing rather than your like pseudo judo wrestling, but from the knees. That's okay sometimes, but you don't want to waste a lot of effort and time on that when you should be getting good at, your guard passing. You should be getting good at your actual submissions rather than just how do I off balance someone from knees. Right? Because any kind of self-defense scenario and any kind of tournament scenario, you're not starting on your knees. Sometimes you do it just from constraint versus number of students you showed up to that open mat. Awesome, start on knees. But try to make sure that you're not wasting tons of times from knees, and use these three different techniques to help you get into the round and get into the jiu-jitsu part of the match. Have a good day, guys.